Oh, boy. So it looks like we got some more details on the timing of what happened. It's like this was some chilling timing on that TMZ video with the cheers from the staff. I know that. So let's take a look at this. This is still on and going, and more details keep coming out.
25 minutes after the hour now, FBI officials confirming that the suspect accused of killing Charlie Kirk lived with his transgender partner.
That's
and
what we're
that they
being
are fully
told.
cooperating with the agency's investigation. According to law enforcement, Tyler Robinson's partner showed agents Discord messages about leaving and retrieving a rifle.
By the way, I did hear that he's not cooperating. I've heard that his family and friends are, and even the roommate, the partner, are all why am I not cooperating with law enforcement? But he's not.
Engraving bullets and changing outfits. Fox News contributor and criminal defense attorney Josh Ritter joins us now. Great to have you with us, my friend. I just want to share just a bit about the alleged
Some
shooter.
strange with that makeup job there.
Are learning bits and pieces as we show the wall here. Yes, 22-year-old Utah native described as quiet and very smart, but I want to draw your attention to the lower right.
They say that about a lot of killers. Quiet, kept to himself. They're the ones you find 8 bodies in their backyard and stuff like that. You'd think that that's what Charlie had in his backyard, the way people talk about him. That's sick, man.
They're in white, registered to vote with no party affiliation and inactive in the...
Let's see here, 22 years old, Utah native, described as quiet, very smart, has no criminal history according to state records, family and friends. More and more political and angry in recent years, reportedly it's disparaging terms, fascist, registered to vote with no party. Okay.
Last 2 elections, and I mention that specifically because there have been those who've suggested there was a right-leaning political motivation here, which I think is clearly easy to dispute. I just want to begin by asking you, where are we on this investigation and what happens here in the next week or so?
It's still early on, but they've already got a tremendous flood of information. I mean, we're starting to learn about these messages. Obviously, the roommate or partner is going to be a wealth of information to find out. I think first they want to know how much planning went into all of this, and then they're going to be very concerned with motive. There's been a lot of speculation about motive, what could have compelled him to commit this kind of horrendous assassination.
People were always talking trash, saying that Charlie was phobic, but he wasn't phobic. And if he believed that, and he was dating somebody who was trans, you could just it writes itself out, these motives. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know specifically. And then what you have written on the bullets and stuff, it just seems like it revolved around what Charlie may have said about the community that pissed this guy off.
We had some insights from the inscribings on the bullet casings, also some of the messages that he shared, some of the thoughts that he shared with even his family members. But now, as we're starting to learn about this relationship that he may have had, that starts to add further insight, I think, both into the assassination itself and then even chillingly to the timing of the assassination with the words that were coming out of Charlie Kirk's mouth at the time that he was shot.
Yeah, one of the questions right around the time that the shot rang out was about transgender violence. Is there a nexus there that we can sort of draw some connection between that and the fact that the alleged shooter is involved with a transgender person?
It's almost like he chose that specific time, that specific question, almost as if he wanted to interrupt his answer to a question pertaining to that.
I think it's easy to draw connect those dots. I mean, if he was involved in a relationship, and that was something compelling him to have these hateful feelings towards Kirk, to me, there seems to be an absolute connection between the timing of the shooting itself and the fact that he's making it. This is a public assassination. He wanted him to be shot in front of people. Voicing his feelings, and it looks like he may have waited until the exact moment that the message coming from Kirk's mouth was something he wanted to make a statement about.
Yeah, something we have to keep a very, very close eye on. Let's just say this real quickly, 15 seconds. Ryan Ruth, where do you imagine this goes from here, especially now that we're learning more about where he was set up and how he stalked, in effect, the president?
Prosecutors have done a tremendous job in spite of kind of the difficulties of dealing with Ruth representing himself, and in spite of the kind of, just craziness, quite frankly, that brings to the proceedings. They've kept their eye on the ball, and I expect them to continue to do that throughout the trial.
The great Josh Ritter joining us this morning. Josh, thank you as always. I appreciate your knowledge and your time. Have a good weekend.
That's wild. It's like Charlie didn't have any. I assume he didn't. But they would have saw him. He didn't have any sharpshooters on the roof. With the threats that he was getting and the fame and popularity that he had amassed, I'm surprised he didn't. And still, what is this with people not watching the roofs and checking the roofs? And then there was that whole thing with the guys around him doing hand signals and all that. Like, people think it was more than just this kid. People think it was like there's some type of collaborated effort to take him out. It's sad, man. It's one of those things, people kept saying he was going to be president. Makes me wonder if they wanted to get ahead of that in some form or fashion, Don't know, though. Trying to think of any other stray details I may have heard. Because, I've watched videos all day, and a lot of stuff, people are all saying the same thing. But something is definitely up. Something's fishy. I just don't know. Oh, I did hear that the whole thing with the private jet, it may be a nothing burger, because they were saying, well, with Charlie Kirk, he's affiliated with very wealthy people. It could have been someone who was affluent who, may have left or may have known him, may not. It could have been someone, in the area that was affluent that left. He said what wealthy people will do is they will turn their radar off on their private jets so that people, because, people have stalkers. A lot of rich people have stalkers. So you don't know where they went. It's like that, so it's that type of thing. So, but yeah. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later, and let me know if there's any more info out there.